I think I'm with you now. We had a little technical snafu earlier where I started the stream and there was no sound, but I believe there's sound and I believe we're good to go. I apologize for being a little late today. I had a number of little technical snafus. Let me know if the music's coming through loud and clear. Let me know if the video's clear and smooth. I'm a one-man show here. I actually control the video with my foot. So there you go. Thanks for joining us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It's always interesting reading the comments to learn where everyone's located. We're all brought together here by the power of music, and I'm honored to be the one conducting this concert for you all. So before I get into more music, I wanted to let you all know that I have a virtual tip jar set up for these live streams, and if you enjoy the music and you want to leave a tip, then thank you in advance for choosing to do that. But the stream is, of course, free to everybody. I wanted to let you know that I have some upcoming concerts. I'm playing in Nashville, I'm playing in Knoxville, I'm playing in Charlotte, and I'm playing in Atlanta this month. And next month, I'm playing in Chicago, in Lake Orion, Michigan, and Livonia, Michigan. And a lot of these shows are about to sell out. Some of them have only 15 tickets or so left. So if you're in one of those cities and you'd like to be at the show, come along. We'd love to have you. And if not, tell your friends. But tell them soon because they're going to sell out. Please like this stream, share, and leave a comment. That all helps the algorithm spread it to more people. And without further ado, I'm going to continue with a little more music. This is the title track off my last album, which came out a little over a month ago now. It's called The Prize. And I'm going to play it on electric guitar tonight for something different. One, two, a 1, 2, 3. I had a one-way conversation with me, myself, and I about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why to get to where we're going. It's a clouded compromise. You're mistaking everything I'm taking. My eyes off the prize. Maybe I've been distracted, quite possibly alright. This big old bright and shining world has kept me up at night. We all know that price tag shouldn't come as no surprise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. Where does all this leave me? I can't really say I know. I got more questions than answers, quite a ways to go. I can't let that deter me. This I realize. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. I had a one-way conversation with me, myself, and I back to where we've been living. Can't imagine why to get to where we're going. It's a clouded compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. Alright, that's never happened before. I've never played a solo on that song. So, good fun. I'm enjoying playing a Telecaster. It's been a good while since I've really kind of played a Tele much, but it just ticks all the boxes for me as a guitar. You can kind of play jazz on it. Like Misty I played earlier. Get a really nice jazz tone. You can get a little brighter, a little bluesier, and of course it's a very articulate instrument. So Leo Fender got it right in the 50s. I just like the way the old guitars sound, but that's just me. Pete says that electric guitar solo is a keeper. Thank you. Maybe I'll do that again sometime. All right. I'm reading the comments. I don't always read the comments because usually I try to focus on playing, and sometimes my playing will pay the price if I get too distracted by the comments. Aldo says, do you ever play a Jazz Master? I used to have a Jazz Master, but I gave it to my brother in Australia. So he's playing a Jazz Master sometimes, but I don't have one at the moment. But they're very cool guitars. I like simple guitars. That's another thing about the Tele. There's 2 pickups, and this guitar has Ron Ellis pickups, and boy, those pickups are the greatest pickups I've ever heard. Really makes a big difference to any electric guitar. Finding really great pickups, such as the one Ron Ellis makes. Alright. When are you coming back to Kempsey? Says Kerry. Well, I hope to soon. But no plans as of yet. Do you do a live version of Walk of Life? That's a great idea. In fact, I'm even going to pull up the lyrics. Los Angeles, please. We're working on some shows in California for next year, so stay tuned on that front. Next summer, I think. Maybe. Here's Water of Life, great old Knopfler tune.
Singing oldies, goldies, bebop-a-lula, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnels trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion, oh yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the nighttime into the day. You do the song about the sweet loving woman, you do the song about the knife, you do the walk of life. Do the walk of life. Here comes Johnny, gonna tell you a story. Hand me down my walking shoes. Here comes Johnny with the power and glory. Backbeat, the talking blues. He got the action, he got the motion. Oh yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the nighttime into the day. You do the song about the sweet loving woman, you do the song about the night, you do the walk of life, you do the walk of life. Here comes Johnny singing oldies, goldies, bebop-a-lula, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnels trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion, oh yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the nighttime into the day. You do the song about the sweet loving woman, you do the song about the night, you do the walk of life, you do the walk of life.
Mark says, what kind of mic are you using? Sounds fantastic. You could get an endorsement. Thanks, Mark. Well, the mic is a Neumann, but honestly, when I got the mic, Here's an interesting story. I bought the mic from a famous producer in Nashville who has many Grammy Awards and sold it for a very, very cheap price. And I actually had it repaired by somebody because it wasn't quite firing on all cylinders. And I was somewhat happy with the mic, but then the person who repaired the mic, who is a genius, that company's called Mic Shop in Nashville, actually, they recommended me change the power supply. So I ordered a power supply for it, and oh my gosh, it made this mic 1,000 times better. And the power supply was made by a man named Andreas Grossler. I may be pronouncing his name wrong, but he's a German microphone expert, and he passed away just a couple months ago. It was very sad. So sometimes the best equipment is not made by the big companies, but in fact, I'm actually adjusting this, and I shouldn't be touching it. Made by people. So there you go. Ever tried Heil sound mics? Yeah, Heil mics are really nice. They make dynamic mics that are really great sounding, especially for live concerts. So there you go. I also have an endorsement with DPA microphones. So I'm often using DPA mics, which really are some of the best imaginable. When they sent the Mars rover up, they put DPA mics on the Mars rover. So I thought that was a testament to their build quality. KC says, I hope you come back to Kansas City someday, Joe. I hope to very much. I hope to play that real funky dive, I forget what it's called, Knuckleheads, I think, in Kansas City. That's a very strange place. But it's cool. It's got a vibe. Michael Varney says he's using a pedal. Well, I'm not really using any pedals, actually. I'm just using a loop pedal and a reverb. That's it. Otherwise, I'm straight into an amp. And I'm using a Tweed Deluxe amp made by Mike Moody today, who makes really amazing amplifiers. Magic Amps is his company. All right. Okay, I had a request from Scott Peck to play something. What kind of pedal for the cameras? Okay, sorry, I'm trying to follow here. The pedal I'm using to switch it's not really a pedal; it's a camera switcher made by Blackmagic, and I'm pretty good at pressing the tiny buttons with my toes. So I wish it was a pedal. I wish it was a little more pedal-like, but it's just like a camera switcher that they use for switching between HDMI. All right, there we go. That's enough talking for this segment. Scott asked to play something from The Prize, so why don't I flip back my lyric book here and find something from The Prize. I could play a little Got a Woman's Love, a little Wandering Man. I think I'll play Wandering Man. I just like playing that song. It's just got a funness to it. Capo Fret 2, says my lyric cheat sheet. All right. That means he's barefoot. Well, I got socks on, actually. Y'all are reading into this far too much. Here we go.
Wandering man ain't no kind of man. He was born with a wandering mind. He'll deceive you, he will leave you all alone to cry. A wandering man ain't no kind of man. He was born to make you blue. It won't be long till he's gone, and what you gonna do? He's a wandering man. He's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands. He's a wandering man. rise to no surprise, he won't be around. A wandering man ain't no kind of man, just a lesson to be learned. You light a match and play with fire, you're bound to get burned. He's a wandering man, he's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands, he's a wandering man. He's a wandering man, he's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands, he's a wandering man. Wandering man ain't no kind of man, was born with a wandering night. He'll deceive you, he will leave you all alone to cry. A wandering man ain't no kind of man, was born to make you blue. It won't be long till he's gone, then what you gonna do? He's a wandering man, he's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands, he's a wandering man. He's a wandering man, he's a wandering man. Like silver sand slipping through your hands, he's a wandering man.
Alright, there we go. I'm enjoying the nice comments. Sometimes I think I should just let you all comment. I should just play music, but I like engaging with you. It's kind of like, I love playing live concerts, but playing live concerts takes a lot of energy, traveling around. It's like I used to play 150 or more shows a year, and I don't miss it. I don't miss being that busy on the road, because it's a real sacrifice. Like, I saw a nice comment there, Joe, I wish I had your talent. And it's an interesting idea, talent. I have a video called Talent is BS. And, it's like you got to kind of put it in perspective of the price you need to pay in order to really devote yourself to something. It's not always something I think is a good idea. But I definitely love music, and I'm grateful that I've had the journey I've had. But part of these live streams, part of what it gives me is what I get on a live stage, which is feedback from an audience, and the comments is kind of my way of doing that. So there we go. All right. Anyone have other requests? I have some new songs that I want to try out. I tried a couple of new songs on the last live stream, and I have some other new songs. So maybe I'll play something that I do know, and then I'll play something brand new. And maybe I'll switch to acoustic for a song. How about that? Lisa Marie requests Bossalino. That's a great idea, Lisa Marie. Oh, I don't have the lyrics to Snake Man written out. Here's a great tune that was recorded by Tommy Emmanuel and Chet Atkins on their album When the Fingerpickers Took Over the World. It's just a great album. Bossalino, here we go. that a great tune? Just a beautiful song. Okay, well, I promised you I'd play a new song, so let me see if I can muster up the courage. For anyone who's just tuning in, this concert is brought to you by the virtual tip jar. If you like the music and you want to leave a tip, then thank you very much in advance. The tip jar link is just joerobinson.com/tipjar, and there should be a link in the video description. It's very easy and quick to leave a tip if you choose to do so. And I want to say a heartfelt thank you in advance to anyone who chooses to support the music through leaving a tip. And with that said, that concludes the portion of the show that you paid for. Which is one way of saying, I can't guarantee I'm going to perform these songs correctly. So, wish me luck. I see a question there from KC. I know, KC, you just got a Maton guitar. Congratulations, my friend. Maton question, when you play live, do you put the piezo and mic all the way up? Trying to figure out what works right with my Maton. Okay, so this is how I set it. So the volume, I have it all the way up. The treble and the bass I have on about 75%. And if I want a little more bass, I'll turn it up. But usually that's too much bass, or I'll pull it down a little. But that's kind of a go-to, 75%. And then I use the piezo knob all the way to 100%. And I use the mic all the way to 100%. Sometimes I'll back the mic off to like 75%. But that's about the starting place. And the mid-range, I just leave the notch in the middle. So the frequency knob is in the middle, in the notch. And then for the mid gain, I'll have it between a quarter and a half. So a half would be a really bright mid-rangey sound that I might use if I'm playing lead with somebody else maybe. And a quarter, so on 25%, that would be a really transparent kind of sound. And honestly, it probably sits right in between those two positions. So at about a third roughly. I hope that's not too confusing. And I recommend Duracell batteries for the guitar. And that's about all there is. And for those who are wondering what on earth I'm talking about the Maton guitar pickup. Now, when I'm playing these streams, I'm just playing through the microphone, and with my guitar, my electric guitar, I'm just plugging through an amp and with a mic on it. So there's no pickup being used. Chad says, why Martin over something like Taylor? Well, it's not a Martin, it's a Maton. So the reason is I really am not particularly fond of Taylor guitars, although I've met a lot of the people at Taylor, and I think they're very nice. And I like Martin guitars a lot, especially old ones, and they make some really great modern instruments too. But I just love the Matons. It's just a really comfortable neck. It's the kind of guitar I just want to keep playing. It's great for fingerstyle. This is my signature model, so obviously I'm a bit biased here. But when you plug in to a PA with the pickup, there's nothing that even sounds remotely close to it, I don't think. I know it's a subjective thing, but if you ask me, it's the best. Michael Varney says, when is your coaching community opening up next? Well, I had such a huge sign up to my coaching community that I'm not opening again anytime soon, because I want to serve the people that are in there well. And please join the waitlist. If you go to invisibletechnique.com and you click the coaching community, there's a form where you can put in your email to join the waitlist, and those people will be notified when it opens, and they'll be the first to be notified. So I'd highly recommend doing that if you're at all curious about what the coaching community is all about. But it's been really so fun connecting with all the folks in there and doing Zoom calls and helping them with their playing. So I gotta play a new song. Okay. I sigh because it's like it's really good for me to do this, but it's also a challenge. So let me try this one. I think this is the key I play it in. Wish me luck. This song's called Calling on You. Never performed before, ever. Except when I was writing it. And I finished writing it a couple days ago. Hopefully I'm in tune. At least close enough for rock and roll. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Need my thumb pick.
Tell me why you got the key, you sold my woes. Preach me the book and giving me the look of your judgment head to toe. In your eyes I don't repress my distrust through and through. If the tables turn and you're what I wanna learn, I'll be calling on you. Stop me in my tracks, give me all the facts about your wonderful shiny fine. Plant the seed that it's what I need, so I might gain in kind. Dollar eyes, it's a no surprise, you're a salesman through and through. If the tables turn and you're what I wanna learn, well I'll be calling out of you if I wanna walk your walk. And I'll be calling out of you if I wanna walk that walk. I'll be calling out of you if I wanna live that way. But from what I see in you, not today.
That's called The Curse of the Capo.
In my home, look at what I own. Tell me how you changed it so. My work and play, how I spend the day. Criticize me blow by blow. You the high to sit on the side, just to telling me what to do. And if the tables turn, you're what I wanna learn. Well, I'll be calling out of you if I wanna walk your walk. And I'll be calling out of you if I wanna walk that squawk. I'll be calling out of you if I wanna live that way. But what I see in you, not today.
something a little like that. So as you can hear, it's kind of taking shape and kind of fun. I like it. It's got a good groove to it. Got a cool attitude going on. Someone said it sounds Bob Dylan-ish. I really... The depth to which I admire Bob Dylan's songwriting cannot be quantified. I just think he wrote such great songs. So many great songs. I've been working on a version of what's that great song? Make You Feel My Love. That's another one. It's kind of taking shape a little bit. Glenn says, Joe, do you practice before these shows? Well, it might not always seem like it, but I practice. In fact, part of the coaching community is I post my practicing. And, I get up nice and early. Right now I'm getting up at 5 a.m. And I'll practice from 5:30 till 7, sometimes later, depending on what I've got going on. But, yeah, just practicing a few hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the mornings. That's kind of what I do. But right now I'm working on a lot of new songs, so that's a big part of what I practice is trying to finish songs. Like I just wrote the kind of remaining verse for that one a couple days ago. I wrote another verse for a tune. I think today it all kind of blurs together after a while. I'll play another one since the attention is not dropping out. And if you hear my dog barking in the background, she's just trying to join in with the music. This song's called Can't Always Be Easy. I always thought it would be cool to put out an album every 6 months. So people told me that that's too much. It's like you can't promote an album well enough, but that's what the Beatles did during their most prolific years. And not every Beatles song is great, but the ones that are great just are so great. Same with Bob Dylan. I think there's a lot to be said for quantity, putting out a lot of music. For anyone that wants to hear my original songs, you can go on Spotify or anywhere like that, and you can listen to. I have 75 or 80 original songs out there. And as much as I enjoy playing Cocaine and all these cover songs that a lot of people seem to like, and I like too, I like playing original music the most. In fact, I didn't really do covers much until I started doing these streams 84 streams ago. What is the meaning of the lyrics in Fine Line? That was influenced by Alexander Solzhenitsyn, the Gulag Archipelago. He has just a lot of really interesting reflections on human nature. So that's what influenced Fine Line. Okay, this song's called Can't Always Be Easy. And it's in progress. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for a song I'm about to perform publicly, but wish me luck.
Begun, I'm a shadow on the run, tired eyes pushing on and through, spinning these wheels. Don't I know how it feels to only wanna be with you? Baby, it's a fact, I love you, one that you can't deny. Not do anything to hold you in my arms, but I know it can't always be easy. We can't always have our way. 'Cause if I could, I'd be there with you in the morning, instead of out here on this lonely highway. They said it would feel every gear, gears are still kicking back as the money rolls in. But I'm spending my time watching every dime, wearing my pocketbook thin. Baby, it's a fact, I want to pull over now and cry. I just wanna reset brand new in this life. But I know it can't always be easy. We can't always have our way. 'Cause if I could, I'd be there with you in the morning, instead of out here on this lonely highway. Baby, it's a fact, I miss you, one that you can't deny. And I'd do anything to hold you in my arms. But I know it can't always be easy. We can't always have our way. 'Cause if I could, I'd be there with you in the morning, instead of out here on this lonely highway. All right, there we go. Thanks for listening to my new songs. I'll play another one if you want. I do want to give a shout out to Macleay Valley House in Fredericton, New South Wales, which is where my mum works. And they're all listening to this stream, I believe. It's a wonderful community of people, and they love music. And I've really enjoyed visiting Macleay Valley House quite a few times over the years. In fact, I was there when that place opened. I played the grand opening. And yeah, shout out to everybody listening all over the world. You know, I see comments here, and people are in all corners of the globe. They're in Europe. Not as many in Europe because it's pretty late over there. I saw a comment from Ukraine. People in Australia, people in Asia, people, of course, in North America here, where it's 5 p.m. Mountain Time, where I'm coming to you from Montana. And thanks for enjoying the music. I'm going to play another original song because I benefit from practicing them. Here's a song called Endlessly. Denmark, New Zealand, France, Australia, Germany. 1 a.m. in Germany. Sorry to keep you up late. That's not my intention. In fact, the last stream I did was at a Europe-friendly time.
This song's called Endlessly.
Endlessly, the days roll by. They wait for me behind each night sky. Still I show up, just like you see, as to how and why. I am endlessly amazed at all that I can be when you love me, when you love me endlessly, endlessly. There's work to do, it wears on me, but it's all for you. And I'm rising up, the world can see as to how and why. I am endlessly amazed at all that I can be when you love me, when you love me endlessly. Endlessly, the years they flow, our families, they shrink and grow. And as I search on, there's more of me as to how and why. I am endlessly amazed at all that I can be when you love me, when you love me endlessly. Good fun. Really like that song. Trying to see. Oh, I did print out the lyrics too.
Okay, I'm gonna play one more original song, and then I'm gonna quit before I get too deep in a rabbit hole of experimental music. I mean, all music's an experiment at the end of the day, don't you think? It's important not to take it too seriously, I think. Music's always been a joyful expression. Someone asked, Joe, can you talk about what your songs are about? Yeah, they're usually about joy. There's a wonderful book that I have sitting around somewhere on one of my shelves. And it's called The World in 6 Songs. And it's written by Daniel Levitin. And it's an interesting analysis of the different types of categories that all songs fall into. We have love songs, we have story songs, we have spiritual songs. I forget the other versions. I'll have to brush up on that book, but I highly recommend it. So there you go. For anyone who's just tuning in, we have a tip jar set up for these live streams. The tip jar link is joerobinson.com/tipjar. The streams will always be free. I always want to give the world music. That's kind of my mission statement, is to give the world real, authentic music that comes from the heart and comes from a place of passion and joy, like I said. And anyone who chooses to leave a tip, thank you very much. And what else do I want to bring to your attention? Let me pull up my list here. I have some live shows coming up. I'm playing in Nashville, October 18th. So just in 10 days. It's going to be a very special show. It's going to be myself with some of the best session musicians on the planet. Mr. Near Z on drums, Michael Rhodes on the bass guitar, Pat Bergeson on the guitar, and Mike Gannon also playing some guitar alongside me and us. So if you're in Nashville, that's going to be a really special show at City Winery. So grab your tickets soon if you'd like to be there. The other cities I'm playing throughout the rest of this year are Knoxville, Charlotte, Atlanta, Chicago, Lake Orion, and Livonia, Michigan. And pretty much all of those shows are just about to sell out. There's between 15 and 20 tickets left for just about all of them. So if you have friends, tell them to come along. Mike Ravani says, you play with Guthrie Trapp out there? I've known Guthrie since I was 17 years old. He's a good friend. All right. This is a song. This is a song that I totally changed. Oh, I have one more thing to bring to your attention before I rant on about that. If you want to be notified when I play one of these live streams, I send out an email every single time I do a stream. It's usually 24 hours before the stream, roughly speaking. And all I say in the email is, I'm going to be streaming at this time. Here's the link. See you there. And it's just like a live stream notification email. You can sign up for it. It's free. It's easy. There's a link to it in the video description. It's a much more reliable way to get notified than Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or Twitter or wherever I stream. The notifications, they don't work as well as me sending you an email. So if you'd like to be notified, join the hundreds of people that are on that email list that get notified when I stream. So there we go. I also wanted to bring your attention my course called Guitar Daily Exercises. If any of you are sitting around this weekend and you're a bit bored, you don't know what to practice, check out my Daily Exercises course and experiment with those exercises. I guarantee they're going to be a challenge, and I guarantee that they're going to be doable for you. It's rare to find exercises that a beginner can play, but also a very advanced player can benefit from practicing, just like I practice them constantly. So check out my Daily Exercises course, and all my courses going forward are on the Invisible Technique platform, which can be found at invisibletechnique.com. So I wanted to let you all know about that. Daily Exercises course, invisibletechnique.com. Sign up for the live stream emails if you want to be notified when I do these streams. And that's the end of the commercial. All right, this is a song that I had a real mellow vibe going on with it. It was just real mellow, and it had that kind of a real soft kind of treatment. But then I decided to take it and make it like a gospel up-tempo thing. So, this is for anyone who's still watching. It's called Promised Land.
Maybe if I walk straight as a crow across the desert sand, then I will find my zen and flow that'll take me on to the promised land. Take me on to the promised land. Maybe there's a brook bubbling ahead where I can wash these hands. There's a scroll in a riverbed that'll take me on to the promised land. Take me on to the promised land. Promised land. All the ways I could reach you. Promised land. All the ways that can preach you. Turning up every stone. Feeling I've always known. Tell me there were words that I could speak as I fold these hands. Tell me if the bishop or the sheik can take me on to the promised land. Promised land. All the ways I can reach you. Promised land. All the ways that can preach you. I'm turning up every stone. Unrealized, deep unknown. Maybe it's the moon hanging low tonight. Help me understand nature of my eternal flight. Gonna take me on to the promised land. Take me on to the promised land. Take me on the promised land.
Bam! That's how it goes. Well, at least that's how it's taken shape. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the music. Cameron says, still here. Zach says, hell yes, I'm watching. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. Lisa Marie says, love that beat. Good. Thank you, Lisa Marie. I think it has a character and a snazziness to it. I'm always looking for panache in music. I think that's what makes music really pop, is when it has that little bit of panache. I remember I discovered that word when I was a teenager, and I was like, yeah, that's what I like in music. I like when it has pizzazz. No, panache, not pizzazz. Pizzazz doesn't always do that. I like to keep things meat and potatoes, nice and simple, but panache. Expressive music. Anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. It's beautiful weather here in Montana. The sun is shining, and in the morning we have a bit of a frost, and there's starting to be a little snow on the mountain caps, so it's quite beautiful. And I wish you a great week. I'm planning on having one of those myself. Take good care, and thanks for tuning in, and see you all soon.